Tonight on 5 to 10 minutes, because 60 is far too many. Welfare, what is it? What is it doing? Just where are your tax dollars going? And those that are on it, what are they spending it on? What's the government doing about it? We investigate and give you the in-depth analysis.
Welcome to 5 to 10 minutes. I'm that old guy who sits behind the desk in the climate-controlled studio and doesn't really do anything, but gets paid the most. Tonight, we are looking at a United States government policy designed to help those citizens in financial need. But we took a closer look into the welfare system and found out some things about the system that the general public taxes pay for. We sent some of our team to talk to people on welfare and ask them what they spend their money on. So what did you spend your welfare money on?
Heroin. Cocaine. Supporting my kids.
And how so? What did you buy them?
Well, my son needed a new PSP because his got stolen, so I fulfilled my obligations as his mama and bought him a new one.
The welfare system is currently what is known as a block grant. It is given to the individual states by the federal government to use for welfare, but the states get to decide specifically what the money is used for. So what does that mean? It means different states have different policies for welfare. For instance, Kentucky has a 60-month limit for welfare recipients before they must apply again. And how has this backfired on the government? We find that the money is supporting more people on welfare and less emphasizing accountability, which means recipients are on a sort of honor system when it comes to their money and how they spend it and what they're doing for themselves. It is clear that there is some definite abuse of the system. The government does offer career counseling for recipients of welfare help to encourage people to get on their feet, but there are those who simply don't want to. Your entire job is to give counseling to recipients of welfare, correct?
Yes.
How many people come in to utilize these services?
Not many.
We have learned in this investigation how much accountability there is for recipients, or really, how much there is not. But not all welfare recipients have such an unenthused disposition. There are those who are simply going through a hard time and need financial help. Carrie, a single mother of 4, is one of the people that welfare is designed to protect. Her youngest has been extremely sick for the past year. She has been unable to work and tend for her child at the same time. How long have you been on welfare?
About a year now. Hopefully not much longer. I can't live like this.
So you're planning on returning to work?
As soon as little Jeff here gets better.
How do you feel about other recipients of welfare who are making no effort to get a job?
It's not fair. I'm trying, I really am. But there's only so much I can do. The money is spread so thin right now, and all those moochers aren't making it any easier for the rest of us.
When we come back, we'll talk to federal lawmakers about what policy they are implementing to help solve the problem.
You don't know her name. You don't know where she lives. Her financial crisis isn't yours. Why should you care? You have nothing in common with people like her. That's where you're wrong. For only billions of tax dollars per year, you can make sure that girls like LaDasha get support they need to live a long, healthy, government-financed life.
Yeah,
Employment isn't for everyone. Why should she have to learn the value of hard work when you already have? There's no number to call, no annoying papers to sign. This feel-good opportunity comes free with your federal and state income taxes. LaDasha thanks you for your generosity, and so do we. So what is your take on all of this? Well, we recognize this is a serious problem, and we've come up with several plans to solve it. Like what? We have come a long way in this process and learned a lot. Our first idea was to require all welfare recipients to wear a bright orange W on their clothing at all times. And why didn't this work? We found that it turned into the must-have fashion accessory of the season. What about now? We've come up with a new plan that we feel will fix the problem quite well. And what's stopping you? We've managed to get it on the agenda, but we're still trying to formulate it into a plan that will best fit today's financial situation. The new plan involves a shift from block grants to categorical grants. This would put in place a uniform code for welfare policies across the country. This new policy would include a shorter time limit between applications, as well as a mandatory career counseling and drug test in order to continue receiving checks. When the time limit has elapsed, the counselors may make a judgment as to whether or not the individual deserves to continue receiving checks.
This policy shouldn't be too difficult to implement from the state level. The offices and the counselors are already there. We're just giving them more responsibility.
Clearly, the welfare system needs to take this step away from dependency and more towards encouraging employment. The current system is teaching our children a very negative lesson. Why work if you can get your money while sitting on your butt eating Cocoa Puffs? Next week on 5 to 10 Minutes, which one is the slutty one in the Pussycat Dolls? Mr. Garrett, what is your opinion of welfare?
Third Pinnacle, that's what we need to do, sir.
That doesn't even relate to welfare.
Yes, it does.
How?
The welfare of the country. We build and we destroy, or we destroy and we build.
Do you think we should euthanize the poor?
I'm sorry?
Do you think we should euthanize the poor?
In some instances that might be a good idea, but I don't think we would get away with it.